Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Skies of Arcadia, and as you can see, I am at Crescent Isle. I went ahead and made my way back from the Lands of Ice to here. We've got a little bit to do here at Crescent Isle now that we've got the purple crystal. So let's hop aboard, see what's going on. And it's our creepy old builders. And the hull seems to be in one piece. Yes, it didn't kill us, thanks for that. You and your creepy ass mouth, God. So, he looked over the book and he built the engine and he's going to install it for us. So fantastic! We can now fly in the upper or lower ocean now. So, be able to fly over mountains and beneath large islands. You'll be flying all over the damn place.
Yeah!
On start tomorrow morning at the crack of dawn.
Yes.
So, the biggest advantage to being able to fly in upper and lower sky is there are no random battles anywhere in upper or lower sky. None at all. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright, so we're going to take a quick look around because stuff's been upgraded. Look at this. This is like the tavern still hasn't been upgraded, but look at this. This is getting gorgeous. Alright, in fact, I think we will remodel the buildings. We'll go ahead and do the tavern. The living quarters is now 2,000 gold. We can upgrade it several times. But we want to do that. Actually, hold on. We also have another option. Decorate the island. So, we can put a fountain, a relief, whatever. I'm actually not going to have him do that. I'm going to have him upgrade the tavern. Yes, go ahead. And notice the monument to Gonzalez is getting, nicer and nicer. He actually has, a tomb now. This is awesome. But we've got a center square rock, lots of nice stonework, a fountain. Well, more like a water bin, but it's going to become a fountain because we're going to talk to her. Decorate the island. I want a fountain in the plaza. I want some fish in the pond. We're gonna have you put a fountain. In praise of the moons, we're gonna go all out. 5,000 gold. We're gonna make this fan-freaking-tastic. We're also gonna go in here, and we're gonna have a very awkward conversation with Osman. Like, this is this is creepy awkward. We can't upgrade her or Ryuken right now, and we still need to get the last shop. But that's with our last crew member, which we might be getting in this episode. I don't know. So we come over here and talk to Osman. You think if you talk to her, she might ask for another upgrade. But no. Let me tell you, Captain, I feel so lucky to be a part of your crew. There aren't quite as many men like you in the world anymore. But just give me the sign, and I'll show you just how womanly I can be. That's disturbing. Like, the hell did I just read? Is she coming on to me? I think she is. So yeah. Anyway, that's all that Crescent Isle has to offer us right now. Just spending lots of money to make this place look nice. For now, we need to go up to our observation room. And look at this. Look, this place looks nice, and I'm pretty sure it can still be upgraded. I don't remember how many times everything can be upgraded. It's been a very long time since I've done that, and I don't think my first time playing through I managed to upgrade everything. So we got the purple. All that's left are yellow and silver, and the Sylvite Elders already have the silver crystal, so they're fine. All we have to do is worry about the yellow crystal. We've got one left, and we're done. The yellow crystal is located in the Maw of Tardis, we can't get in there because it was sealed.
I.
Well, Enrique conveniently has information that would have been useful, you know, earlier. We might be able to bypass the seal with the Delphinius' new engines. According to geologists of the Valuan Empire, the lower layers of Valuan Islands are filled with cracks and fissures. So it's got a whole system of subterranean tunnels. It's very much like, I guess the catacombs in Paris, I guess is what they're relating it to. If we can't get in from the top, we'll try to get in from the bottom.
Yes.
We'll fly below Valua and look for an opening underneath the island. Once we get inside the tunnels, we should be able to find the crystal.
Ha
Yes, we are going to be taking massive advantage of that. Alright, so after the mandatory rest, we can leave. I don't know if we can come back, like instantly come back and see the changes or how long it takes for the upgrades for the island. But we're gonna go get some stuff. We've got, now that we can fly above and below everything, we can go pretty much anywhere. And I was doing some stuff off screen, and Culex comes up and is seeing that is like by slide on the pole is like, "Hey, does this pole still work?" And we get into quoting Ghostbusters. So now that that's happened, I can't unsee that at all. All right, so look at our altitude gauge on the side. Look at that. We can go up. All the way up, and we can go down. All the way down. Alright, so what we're going to do first is I'm actually going to... we're going to do a lot of jump cuts from here on out, because we're going to travel along Lower Ocean, and I'm going to go find all of the below the clouds discoveries. So give me just a minute. The first we're going to want to head to... I was on the right screen the first time. We're going to want to head over to the Valuan area, which is near where we were supposed to go to progress the story. So, give me a second. I'm going to go over that way. Okay, the first one is really easy to find because it's just kind of sitting there. It's floating right in front of you. Once you get close, we find the dancing lights. Natural phenomena that can be seen underneath the Valuan continent is said to be caused by electricity from the yellow moonstones in the Valuan soil. Some say that it's caused by a giant creature that lies deep inside the ground. So it's either yellow moonstones or, you know, the yellow gigas. From here, go north, and it's really not far, but this is like the coolest one ever. The Rabats. Strange creature that spends its entire life hanging upside down by digging its claws into the rock face. Until it was discovered underneath the Valuan continent, it was thought to be a myth. Its intelligence and ferocity belie its cute appearance. I just want to sit there and look at it for a second, because look at it. It's adorable. It's a rabbit and a bat. Okay, so from there, we are going to go toward the North Daniel Strait, where we found some wreckage. There's going to be another piece of wreckage just a little west of there. So give me just a second. Alright, so like I said, go to the North Daniel Strait where you found the wreckage in the strait. And then just head, you know, west with a little south, you know, southern tilt to it. And you'll find this big rock. And there's nothing else in the area, so. But here we find the Valuan wreckage. 20 years ago, a flagship of the Armada disappeared above northern Nazarad near the end of the Valuan-Nasser War. Some theories mention a murder attempt on the commander of the Armada, but a mysterious disappearance has never been fully explained. So we find Valuan wreckage. So, from there, we are going to go over here. Way, way over here. There is a very entertaining discovery, so right in that area. Give me just a second. Be right there. Alright, so here we are. I'm really standing right on top of it now. It's going to be right near... Like, if you see where these two sky rifts cross, just head southwest from there. And it's at the very bottom. And it's actually fairly large, but there's no other clues to it other than the compass spin effect. Bottomless pit. A chimney-like rocky mountain with a hollow center rising up from the great cloud sea. From the depths of the pit, it is said that a woman's weeping can be heard in the wind. Could this be the mythical entrance to the land of the dead? So yeah, that's not creepy at all. Alright, and from here, our next one is going to be pretty much right underneath where we got a chance to take control of the Albatross for the first time. So right in between Shrine Isle and Pirate's Isle. So right around here. And it's also going to be, again, lower ocean, because we're taking care of all the lower ocean. So give me just a second, we'll be right there. Alright, so, again, right underneath, in between Shrine Isle, Pirate's Isle, there's a little rock here that is obviously causing our compass to wig out. And we find the Flying Machine, an odd-looking ship whose origins remain a complete mystery. The fluid design and strange metals used in its hull have led to theories of a ship built on another world. Some even go so far as to say that it traveled through areas without air. So if you look at it, it's actually a ship, like what we would consider like a Viking ship canoe type thing. So yeah, that's adorable. And we have two more below sea discoveries to make. One is going to be right over here at the northern section of the Lands of Ice. So I'm going to go there, and then the last one is going to be right over here. But now that we can go above and below the Dark Rift, we don't have to go all the way around anything. We can just go straight underneath it. So give me a second, I'm going to go to the Lands of Ice. Alright, this one is also one that really does not need too much. It's really hard to miss because it's one of the only things down here in the lower ocean. Just right here next to the Sky Rift, you find the Southern Cross. Mysterious cross-shaped island. The building that sits atop the island, said to be a remnant of the Purple Civilization. Legends say that the long arm of the cross points toward the location of that civilization, but no one has ever confirmed it. So, yes, that's all the discoveries. Oh, no, we still have one more. We got one more, but I gotta come back here, too, to get into Glacia. So let's go find that other discovery, and then we'll go to Glacia. So we gotta go over here. So, give me just a second. Okay, so right here is one that you're just gonna find, because it's a single fish flying around. And it's like any other fish that we catch, the ancient fish. Species of fish that is believed to have been extinct millions of years ago. Its vestigial gills and fins look like hands, and feet seem to point to an extraordinary path from the waters to the dry land and then to the skies. So we can actually catch him. And you can catch him over and over and over again, which is the fun part. He's one of the few fish that's down here, and he's the only one that is flying around by himself. And there is still that giant squid fight up there that I haven't done yet. Alright, so yeah, that's all of the below ocean discoveries. And so yeah, right over here I believe is where we came to find the giant squid nest. So if you go below giant squid nest and come down here, this is where it is. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Glacia, and we're going to go back in and get the last treasure there that we didn't get. So give me just a second. Alright, so here's Glacia. Now we can come in from the bottom. One thing I forgot to mention is we cannot go underneath the Dark Rift. I said you can go around it, but you have to go above it. So go up into upper sky, and then you can get around that way. Alright, so this one treasure is the only thing we missed, and it's a moonberry. That's all there is to it. That's everything in below ocean. There's nothing. We can access the rest of the dungeon here, but there's no point in it. We went ahead and got everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we've got just the Oh, did we crash into that section? I think we did, because that was not there to begin with. So, whoops! We're just destroying historical artifacts. It's alright. Alright, so I'm going to go to North Ocean. This may actually be the end of this episode. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna see how long this is after editing. So yeah, let's continue on. See what happens. Okay, so we are in the above ocean section, and the first place we're gonna go is right next to Pirate Isle, right in here. It's one of the first places we saw. It's kind of hard to miss. It'll stand out. So give us a second. We'll be right there. And here it is. So this giant lake with the water floating down. We saw this earlier on. It's like, hey, the waterfall, we can go up there. It's the Moonstone Lake. Truly rare sight, a waterfall that runs through a vein of moonstone. The water plunges from above to carry away bits of moonstone and is said to have mystic attributes. It's believed that those who drink the water enjoy a long life. So, and then there's also lots of interesting jellyfish up here. So we got some of those. Next, I'm going to do the stationary... Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do the stationary ones in any particular order. So next we're going to come over here. This large circular sky rift, we're gonna hang out around here near Esperanza, because there's a moving thing. So give us a second to get there and I'll talk about it. Okay, so luckily I see it right here on the horizon. This is one of two moving discoveries, and this one goes in a very large path, but the easier of the two. This is the Ghost Ship, an unmanned shipwreck that continues to wander the skies. Many sailors tell of a ghost ship that appeared suddenly from the fog. Some claim that it was once the ship of the great air pirate Descartes, but no evidence has been found to support it. So yeah, this one basically goes in a huge circle, almost as large as this sky rift that you can see here. So yeah, that's a big area, and it goes counterclockwise around that. So you might have a little bit of trouble with that one. Next, we are going to go over to the Ixatacan area, so way, way away from where we just were. So give me just a second to get there. Okay, so we are here in Ixataca, and the first one is right here, this large island, this waterfall, the one, I guess, that's more northern, I guess. Just examine right near it, and we find the Alupas. An ancient species that predates the Ixatacan civilization. The Alupas live quietly in the forest. Their calm, proud demeanor has earned them the name Sages of the Forest. They're also known for choosing their mates for life. That's one, and then the next one is actually going to be really close by. If we just come down here, I believe it's this plateau? Yep. We find the observatory. Civilization once flourished in this land. Under the green moon, the observatory is built on the Ixatacan Plateau, speaks to their advanced study of astronomy, but could also do naught but watch as a shower of moonstones destroyed their culture. That's a little dark, isn't it? Just a bit. Alright, so we've got two there. We're going to go north. There's one here. And then there's one over here that we're going to do by just basically wrapping around the world, and then we're going to wind our way back to Crescent Isle, get those two, and then there's one that's really hard to get, and I'm going to talk about that one in a little more detail in just a minute. So first, let's head north. Okay, this one's really easy to find. It's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, right here in this section, like I said, but once you get close to it, everything just goes just completely darker. That's not, you know, that's part of it. And here we find the Eclipse Point. The only place in the world where a lunar eclipse can be observed at predictable intervals. Eclipses where a golden ring can be seen around the moon are seen as a good omen. Complete eclipses are said to be portent an impending disaster. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, that's a word. Okay. And so from here, like I said, we're going to go west until we wrap around east. Right, it's pretty parallel. It's very close to here. It's just a little bit south of Tinku Island. Not easy to miss because it's one of the only things out there. So give me a second. We'll get over to Tinku Island. All right, so we are right underneath Tinku Island, and just right below that, there's a little island. Where could the discovery possibly be? It's on the island. It's the Mother Tree. This tree is revered by the Yafutomans. It is one of their ancient scriptures. It is said that he who climbs to the top of this tree will someday conquer the world. The tree is now 2,000 years old. To this day, no one has ever made it to the top. Yeah, that's interesting. That's one of the fun ones because it's really, really hard to miss. All right, so now we are going to go over here, right near Crescent Isle, to get the last two easy ones, and yeah. Okay, so the next discovery, I said to keep an eye out for that giant rainbow. There's a reason. Go as high as you can to the rainbow. Get right up on it. And we find the Rainbow Island. That's the name of a game, I'm pretty sure. What lies at the end of the rainbow? It is a question everyone asks when they are young, but as they grow older, it is often forgotten. Perhaps only the few who remember can find the legendary island at the end of the rainbow. And even on the little picture, there's like a little gold thing. It's adorable. Alright, and the last one is also really easy to spot. Well, this isn't the last one, but this is the last easy one. Or the last stationary one. It's very easy to spot because it's blinking. The Iron Star. A strange object said to have been launched by the ancient civilization of the Red Moon. Its purpose has been long forgotten. The legends say that its eye could see the entire world. Even now, sailors navigate by its rhythmic flashing light. Alright, so the last discovery we're going to find. We're going to go over to Gordo's Bistro. We're going to save it. And then we are going to restart the game and hopefully find this discovery. It's really easy to find when you reset because it's a moving discovery. It moves over a huge path that's really hard to find, and it's very small and easy to miss. So the trick is save right over Gordo's Bistro, facing southwest. Head southwest until you hear the ding of the ship below you that says that you're getting kind of close, and then change the direction a little bit. Just a little different, a little southwesternly, I guess, is the best way to do it. And yeah, that'll be a thing. And I'm like, where am I going? So yeah, I'm gonna do all of that, and I will see you guys in just a second. All right, so we just reloaded the game, and I'm just gonna head southwest, and I can actually see the ship underneath me. I don't know if it's actually going to do anything, but I think I see it. Yes, it's right there. It's right there. That is the last and one of the hardest discovery. Not the last discovery, actually. I'm missing one more. But this is the hardest one to get. The flutterflies. A butterfly that travels in groups in search of balloon flower nectar. Their remarkable endurance allows them to cross vast spans without sleeping or resting. Also, the silk produced by their larvae is valued for its strength and resilience. They go forever. They go from here all the way to the Daniel Strait and back in a very narrow loop, and you see how small they are and how, like, the farther away they get, the harder it is to actually see them and get a read on them. Alright, so we've got one more discovery, and this one's actually in mid-ocean, so I'm going to go do that. Alright, so right in here, this is an area that we really have not gotten to yet, this whole section here, where the eclipse point was. If you go south, there's one little piece of land that just kind of sticks out. We can kind of see it as we look below here. At the very tip of this, I believe it's on this side, we have the Looper's Nest. Loopers are mysterious creatures rarely seen by even the most seasoned sailors. Bullshit! They nest in their stone reefs, and their young stay in the nests until they mature. Loopers are white at birth, but turn various colors as they age. We've run into so many loopers, I count BS on that. There's so many of them. Alright, so that's all of the discoveries. We have discovered everything. We have one more crew member to get, and I'm going to go do that now, and then we have one of the DLC sections that I'm going to go ahead and throw into this episode. We've got a lot of stuff. This is going to be a long episode, but this is the last really bit of backtracking we can do for the rest of the game. This is everything. Everything else from this point on is just a straight shot. So give me a second. We're going to go get our last crew member. Okay, so this is it. This is where our last crew member resides. It's this black spot right above Valua. That island that I talked about, that's Tinku Island, the one we could we could see above us, but we couldn't reach because it's actually above the cloud cover. This is the other one that I talked about. We come here, and we don't know who it is. So let's go in and introduce ourselves. And first and foremost, there is a cham here, so this is actually very important. Get that cham, and then we come over here and talk to this gentleman here. Icklemus, I can't pronounce that name to save my life. Never expected to get visitors out here. I've come to this island to further my studies of various medicines. You're on this island alone to study? You're quite strange. I've been called strange ever since I was a child. Always been asking questions. Why does water float when it freezes? Why is the sky blue? What brings you to this island? Is my next question. Alright, so it doesn't really matter what you say. It's like nothing. We just like exploring. We just want to see what's going on. And you were the first visitors I've ever had, because no one flies up here at all. Alright, so it doesn't matter what... I don't think it matters what you say. I'm going to go ahead and give the other... Would you like to join my crew? Actually, we kind of need a doctor. Well, I'm not really a doctor. Damn it, man, I'm a doctor, not a chemist. Actually, he's a chemist, not a doctor. So... Very happy that you would like to take me along, but I just can't. Alright, so... Like, you think, well, how do we get him to join you? Well, we have to leave and come back. You also have to have someone with the Rizzlum spell. One guide says someone other than Vice. Another guide says it doesn't matter who. It's like, as long as you have the Rizzlum spell. But all we have to do is leave and come back. Oh, hello, Vice. What brings you here again? I'm like, will you join my crew? Come on. I was not planning to leave this island anytime soon. Well, in fact, I was once a nobleman of Lua. I have no intention of returning to the world. The only person that will leave this island to travel is one who has a heart full of wisdom and love. When a man capable of casting the silver magic spell Rizzlum shows himself at my doorstep, I know that man is the one I will follow. Rizzlum, you say? Well, I can do that. Yeah. We have a heart full of wisdom and love. Who knew? And Icklemus has joined us as an artisan. I really can't pronounce his name to save my life. And if we go to the change crew, he is an artisan, so he fills Ryuken's spot as well. Ryuken is Incrum. Using the crew command, he will raise your ship's attributes. So the defense, magic defense, dodge, and quick. He will raise those. Both are really powerful. I'm going to keep Ryuken for now. But yeah, keep that in mind. Alright, and the last bit of sidetracking that we can do, this is sidetracking, this is the first bit of DLC that we have access to. So I'm going to fly all the way to the Dark Rift. This is going to be a really long episode. We're going to fly right along the dark... That little spot right in the middle, we're going to fly right there. That's where we're going. And it's on above ocean, so basically we just head north and go around. So give us just a minute and we'll be at the Dark Rift. Alright, so right above the Dark Rift, there is, if you have the DLC, there is an island here. And this is a very important island. This is Hamachou Island. And there is a cham here. This is where you get the 30th cham. We actually don't have the last two from the final dungeon, but this is where you would need to get the last one had you already started that dungeon. And then we also have this gentleman here, the giant Hamachou. It's really a creepy old man. Who is this creepy old man? He is the Hamachou Hermit, friend and caretaker. This is our private paradise. Really starting to bother me. If you don't leave soon, I'll spread bad rumors about you. Alright, so he will actually tell you stats. We can find out all of our fight information. First off, the number of times you've engaged in battles would be 481 times. That's apparently average, even though I took a long time to farm up some stuff. Defeated 1,797 enemies. And I've run away from battle a grand total of 1 time. Number of times that you have been knocked unconscious during a battle, Vice 2 times, Aika and Fina 3 times, Drachma 2 times, Enrique and Gilder 0 times. Must be an incredible fighter. Just too good. And then the next one is our treasure hunting skills. He'll tell us about all of the treasure chests and dungeons we found. Discovery rate until now would be 84%. Not bad considering we have a couple more places to go through, dungeon-wise. There are some treasure chests that can't be found once they are passed up. People must know when to give up. Life's not all about treasure. And you've caught quite a few fish until now. He'll tell us how many fish. It's like, caught a total of 89 fish, valuing 7,565 gold. Do you hate fish or something? Even these guys are better fishers than you. Alright, so that's all he has to offer. Other than that, he's just crazy. I'm gonna leave. And that's everything for the sidetracking, backtracking, everything. So we are done. We can continue on to the Maw of Tardis. And I'm gonna go, because this is gonna be a ridiculously long episode. So I will see you guys in the next installment, where we will continue with the story. Till then, later everyone.